Hello and welcome to another episode of FPL Kopi Talks, where three gentlemen share insights and analysis on the current Premier League and what it means to the game we love called Fantasy Premier League. I'm Anwar, the FPL casual.
I'm ABK, always the Arsenal loyalist.
I am Luqman, the sensible one. So, how's your weekend, guys? You guys were busy, is it?
Well, I fell sick, bro.
Yeah, I just came off two like intense weeks of midterms, and then my weekends was just like chill
Studying.
out. No. As in like it was chill but
I know how you, man.
I'm
how are you
getting
first?
better. I don't know if you can hear my voice is a bit different today, but I think I'm getting better. I have a bit of a nasal congestion, sore throat thingy lah. So on Saturday we had this mobilization, so I think I fell sick after that. What a waste of an hour of my Saturday, man. But anything for the country lah.
Alright. Shall we start? Anything else before we start the pod?
no, nothing much.
ABK?
Let's get
Okay.
But I would say I'm just happy to have football back again after the international break.
Yes.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
It was a good
what a
break,
way to kick off the
but-
week. Yeah.
Yeah, good break, but good to have you back. So,
It
before we
came-
start,
actually, I just want to say like the international break came at like a perfect time for me because like the
Oh, yeah?
past 2 weeks was
exams.
exams, midterms for
How
me.
bad? Wait, how tough
yeah.
is your exams, bro?
It's
Like compared
pretty
to
tough,
your
like-
NUS?
I think it's
compared
like
to your
similar standard. Like I didn't expect it to be like that, but it's quite bad. But it's okay. Like
Rusty,
But
is
if it's
Is it rusty?
yeah, I think maybe a
Rusty.
bit also because I've been working for quite a bit and then I haven't got into the study mode yet. But okay lah. I think I got through it. Okay lah.
Anything else, Anwar?
Start.
nah, let's go.
Yeah, anyway, don't forget to follow us on all our socials. We have IG, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and X.
Alright, and if you're listening to this on Spotify, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give us the 5-star rating that will really help us with our outreach.
Also, if you haven't, do join our Telegram group where we're running our FPL Prize League. I'm really looking forward to today's pod. Without further ado, grab your beverage of choice. This is episode 91, Air Gordon. Let's get into it.
Bos, kopi O1 bos.
You're listening to FPL Kopi Talks,
It's Freddie Youngberg again. Push out by Bartes. Wilson!
right here. Right now.
What a piece of quick thinking!
Tall, Grande, and Venti, where we put our purely biased, highly opinionated ratings of this game week. So this section is really the one with the lowest rating possibly will start first, right? So I'm assuming Anwar, right?
It's me,
Will start
yeah,
first
man.
finally. Yeah, okay.
After a few weeks of being ahead, this time I'm actually So
But what? But what
yeah.
perplexes me is that you still got a green arrow in the Kopi Talks league.
Yeah. As in, I was quite surprised as well. But I mean, like, okay, even though I was okay, let me just quick run through on my
Okay,
team.
okay.
So I had Ariola, Guehi, Cash, Simikas, Kudus, San, Buemo, Diaby, Salah, Haaland, and Watkins. And then on the bench, I have Johnston, Archer, Kabore, and Al-Dakhil. So going into this week, right, there were some orange flags on Cash, Haaland, and Mitoma. So Mitoma was a definite out of the team, right? And then I had like the Saturday afternoon, like 3 hours. I don't know why I waited till the last minute, but I decided to bring Mbemo in, looking at the forward fixtures. And yeah, so I wasn't really 100% convinced in bringing Mbemo in, because I feel that by bringing Mbemo in, my team is more or less template lah. Like it shifted more towards a template team, which is why I think in the FPL Kopi Talks League, more or less like it didn't really hurt me that much lah. But overall, some red arrows, and the Liverpool City game also wasn't it was a bit stale lah, in my opinion. I felt like Liverpool didn't bring the game to City. We let them play quite a bit. Not the best watch also. But I think Trent just erased like getting owned by Doku and Ake in the game with that goal. So, and Darwin Nunes as usual, always missing, not say missing, like he gets into good position, he gets the good chances, but not converting them when he needs most. And to top it off, right, like I cannot say that Haaland hasn't scored against Liverpool in the Premier League already because he has opened his account against us. So yeah, all in all, not the best FPL week for me. Would give it 2.5 out of 10, man.
That's low.
Huh?
That's low.
Really? How low? How big was your red arrow overall?
It wasn't that big. I was like in Singapore, I was from 150 to like 200 ish.
Overall.
Overall, I think I dropped by about 10k.
You're 36. Oh,
Yeah,
10K.
36. I was 25 last week. Yeah.
That's quite low actually, 10K.
I mean,
That's okay.
huh? Yeah, it's not. But
It's
then
quite-
I mean, like after the euphoria of week after week of awesome one, right? Like, yeah, I get what you guys mean when you
Okay,
say
bro.
that if you have a bad week, you don't feel like pouring, right? So this week was one of those weeks.
2.5 is quite low though, but yeah, I'm surprised it's that low for you. But let's carry on. ABK or me?
I got
I think
46
ABK
points. You how many points did you get?
Yeah, you go. 54.
Wow. Okay.
Fuh.
Wow. Ooh. Okay. I got 46 points this week. My team was set up in a 3-4-3. Areola in goal. I had Gabriel, Cash, and Trippier in my defense. My midfield, it was Martinelli. I played Bowen at the start. And then I played Son, Palmer, and Saka. But because Bowen didn't play, Archer came on for him. So my up front, I got Archer, Watkins, and Haaland. So I actually put my captaincy. I put my money where my mouth is. I said in the last spot that I was gonna captain Saka, and I did. And this was like the bright point for me, where Saka actually outscored Salah and Haaland both. Yeah, but although just by 1 point.
I
But
don't know
at least,
how
it
you did
was
it, but
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Remind us your transfer, bro.
Oh yeah,
what
okay. Yeah, sorry,
transfer
my transfer was actually, I did it early. I think the previous spot when I potted, I already made the transfer. I went Palmer in for Luis Diaz. Yeah, but Palmer didn't really get any FPL returns lah. But it's a red arrow for me. I think I dropped about from 1.3 million overall to about 1.4 million overall. I think the safety score is about like probably like 48 or 49. I got like 46. Yeah, so yeah, I mean it isn't too bad a week for me. It's I think like maybe like my third or fourth consecutive red arrows. Not looking great lah. But I think what really like
Salah.
boost my week this week was Arsenal going to the top of the table. Yeah,
Not for long though. Not for long. Hopefully.
I mean,
Still tight. It's very
if
tight.
your-
It's very tight.
if your definition of long is 2 seasons,
1 week.
maybe not lah. Yeah, but because I think we're gonna stay there until the end of the season.
Let's see. Hopefully you don't crumble.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but we'll talk more about Arsenal later lah.
What's your rating? Oh
Oh yeah, my rating. I think I'll do a 7. I think this week 7. Yeah, although a red arrow, I'll still put it at 7. I enjoyed the week. Yeah.
So you have 2 free transfers now. You
Yep.
You wrote the other transfer. Oh,
I have
okay.
2 free
That's it.
transfers, and I will talk about my Salah plan later.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
Salah
So. Okay. So, I have Anthony Gordon, right? So the fact that I have him, right? The green arrow was still, for me, it was a bit underwhelming. I was only 2.5 to 2.1. Having Gordon, I thought that was it's just a small green arrow lah. But anyway, I got 54 points. My team, okay, so my transfer was, I wrote my transfer, so I have 2 free transfers. So my team is Pickford, Trippier, Gabriel, Cash, Salah, Mbeumo, Adingra, Saka, Gordon, Haaland, and I captain Watkins. So I was going to captain Haaland all the while, but I was thinking at my rank, right, I think there's no harm just going for the puntier option in Watkins. In the end, he got 5 points. And I would have captain Haaland, so I just lost out on 2 points. So yeah, 54 points. I'm quite pleased with the game week. I think it was a good result for my team, Liverpool. So it was actually quite a good weekend for me. I would rate it 7 out of 10. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Good weekend,
especially considering it was an away game to City. Yeah, I think
Definitely good result.
Yeah, 1-1.
Yeah.
It's
Actually,
okay.
Luqman, how does
Yeah,
it like
sure.
going last on the Call of Duty Grande? Finally,
It feels good. I don't know.
yeah, and you still have your wild card to go. So I'm actually rooting for you to pick up your ratings. in
What's
the
your...
coming week.
Okay. Let's move on. Brew of the week. So in this segment, we discuss players or teams that had exceeded our FPL expectations and we feel might go into a hot streak of brewing form. So let's brew the first team. We haven't brewed this team, I think, this season. but they actually have won 5 out of the past 6 Premier League games. It is Manchester United, so they are the form table. They are top of the form table. You want to talk about the goal? The worldie by Garnacho. What do you think of the goal?
Garnacho.
Second minute, and then the goal. And I think this is the first time this is how they set up, right? Like with Garnacho on the left and Rashford on the right.
I don't think it's the first time. I think probably.
It felt like first time they started with this setup. I don't know. Yeah, usually if Garnacho played, Rashford was the one playing up front, Anthony playing on the right or something. This felt like a first time that this was the setup.
What do you think of the goal, man? What do you think of the goal?
What do you think of the
goal? Best goal yours?
Oldie, could have been goal of the season.
So far, goal of the season. Right.
Yeah.
And he also did like the Cristiano Ronaldo celebration. After
So like I mean, it's interesting coming from an Argentinian. His idol is Ronaldo. Considering he has played against Messi. So some people are saying that he's frozen out of the Argentinian team because of his allegiance to Ronaldo. But that goal was what a take, man. Like there was I think I forgot who mentioned that goal was very Messi-esque, and Garnacho actually posted on his IG that goal against Ronaldo doing a bicycle kick also. So we know that Garnacho. Like someone said that it was very Messi-esque goal. Right, but Garnacho replied, and then he put a photo of him doing a bicycle kick against Ronaldo doing a bicycle kick. So we all know who his idol is, man.
but to be fair, I think maybe he's in the menu system for quite a while.
From young,
maybe
that's
one of the reasons why he has this. He idolizes Cristiano Ronaldo because he's been following Cristiano Ronaldo since he was young.
But that aside, Everton. Poor thing, man. After docking 10 points, and then I think the crowd came in cheering like they had some banners up about Premier League corruption. They couldn't even chant the cheer in 2 minutes. They let in that goal. I think it was a silencer, man.
Yeah, man. You just suck the game out, lah. Anyway, do you all think that a goalkeeper with longer arms would have saved that?
No, man. I think it was a well taken goal.
You think Alisson? You think Alisson would have saved that?
But no, I think the beauty of the goal is that the bicycle kick, right? It was lofted, it wasn't like a hard bicycle kick. So it's very hard to read and time that. It was really exquisite, I would say.
And then he was on the far post, and then he
was running backwards.
Yeah, he was running backwards, and then he hit to the other side. He didn't hit to his side. All right, so as a keeper, I think you're supposed to when the ball comes into the far post, you have to position yourself closer to the far post, right? But then he hit the ball into the other side. Yeah, so that in terms of keeper positioning, it's hard for them to reach. I feel. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think all the United fans are in euphoria now, man. They're saying things like our bad season, we're still 6 points away from the league leaders. But I mean, surprising, like Premier League. Okay, they've had some, I won't say easy opponents, but their opponents have been the last 6 games have been pretty decent, and they've gotten away with like those 1-0 wins and then this 3-0 win. So all in all, right? What do you guys think? Do you guys think United is?
Honestly, right? I think 3-0 was a flattering result for United.
Definitely.
I think if you watch the game, if you watch the chances that Everton created, right? They were just bombarding Onana. There were so many chances that they had. I'm not sure what the XG.
2 point something.
I got a stat here. So we got 2.47 for Everton against 2.22 for United.
That's crazy. For 3
total shots, right? Wait. For total shots, right? Everton actually had 24 shots against United 9 shots. Yeah, but they're more clinical this game. They're more clinical.
I think it helped that they scored this early goal, and then what happens is that the pressure is on Everton to attack, and then from there it leaves like lots of gaps for United to exploit. But I felt like throughout the game, United defense did look very vulnerable, and you look at that defense and it doesn't inspire confidence for me. Like you have Lindelof and Maguire. Dalot, I think he's a good fullback.
Luke Shaw is back.
Attacking wise, but I think when you want to defend, I think especially with Lindelof and Maguire as a centre back, you need someone stronger than Dalot in the defensive aspect.
Speaking of the defense, right? They've been praising this Kobe Mino guy, right? but as a DM, right, and you let in 24 shots and 2 plus XG, I don't think you have a good game. Just because he looks composed on the ball, people are hyping him out, which is quite irritating. I don't think he had a good game. I think he got dominated
Stop
by the
hating
Everton midfield.
bro.
It's true.
I think he had a decent game lah. I think he had one like he blocked one chance. I mean, for a young guy coming into this setup,
I mean,
it's not
yeah.
the easiest. He
I don't know.
he did decent lah.
Yeah,
But I'm just curious.
One thing to know about the defense as well, Luke Shaw is back, so I think that could be an interesting
Luke Shaw.
option. I mean,
Anwar?
if he gets like fit, I think he will nail his spot on the left back.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, I just want to
yeah.
touch on Everton a little bit lah. So I feel that like we know Sean Dyche for his like defensive capabilities in leading teams, right? But starting Ashley Young again and again at right back position, I don't know, man. I felt like it's one of the biggest vulnerabilities in the Everton back four. And then he's got like Godfrey on the bench. He's got like Simmons, Coleman, and all
Seamus
these.
Coleman
I don't
also
know.
already, bro.
Yeah.
Already lah,
Got
but
free,
like,
ah.
I mean, like,
Purple is in Clary, bro.
No, they got Patterson on the bench. Why is Patterson on the
Yeah.
bench?
pretty
Yeah.
decent squad, I would say.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It doesn't look like the Dyke ball that we expected of this Everton team at the start of the season. Lah.
Bro,
So, yeah.
Mikilenko, bro. Just a quick note. He scored 2 goals right in the past 2 games. He hit the post also, man. He's one to look out for. But anyway, let's talk about FPL, right? Man U, right? So they play Newcastle, Chelsea, and Liverpool in the 3 in the next 4. We're not looking at any assets, right? Are you all looking at any Man U assets?
No, not for me.
Yeah, not at the moment.
Sure.
I had a slight think about Garnacho. Garnacho, if
4.7, right?
you guys didn't know, he was actually part of my first draft of FPL.
Huh?
Yeah. When I first made
First draft,
my first
Oh, game
draft,
week 1.
game week 1 draft. Yeah, he was always part of it because I felt like this was his season that he was gonna break out. But I I need to see more starts from Garnacho before I will pull the trigger on him. But 4.7 is really cheap for a left winger.
Good bench
Is he
option.
below
also,
5%?
Sorry.
Can he be OTM? Can he be an OTM pick? Do you know?
Possibly. Yeah.
Possibly, okay.
Against a bad opponent, maybe you can go for Garnacho as an OTM pick.
Okay, okay, let's
Maybe,
move on. The next,
giving the community some ideas, maybe.
okay, next team to Brew is actually ABK floated this idea. I don't. I think the only reason why we
I
could
don't know
Brew
why
this is because
you like to talk about Arsenal when it doesn't really matter, but when Arsenal goes top of the table, you think like you don't need to brew them.
yeah, that's the only reason why I agreed to it. Because other than the fact that they're top of the table, I don't see how. Actually, I could even roast Arsenal to be honest. But let's say ABK's point of view.
No, there were some stats I saw this season.
Let's hear it.
This season compared to last season, in terms of like our attacking outputs, it's kind of similar when you compare last season and this season. But when you look at the defensive so actually it's not similar.
Attacking similar.
No, attacking is not similar, but it's marginally lower, right? But our defensive outputs, right, like in terms of shots considered, shots on targets considered, our XGC, it's a lot better than last season.
They're the best in the league.
Like,
They're the best.
Best in the league at the moment, yeah.
This
So
season,
and when you watch how Arsenal plays, it looks like a more boring football. It doesn't look as attractive as it was last season. But I think this is a necessary move so that we can get the results that we want, right? And I think the defensive part of the game is also due to the fact that I think we've been playing a really consistent backline. And there's also a backline that is huge. Like if you look at the backline, we have Gabriel Saliba playing. We have White Tomiyasu playing. I mean, Zinchenko is the only like tiny defender that sometimes plays. But sometimes we line up like 4 of these guys: Tomiyasu, Ben White. And it's like a huge presence in the defense, and they are really good defenders. I feel. Yeah. So I feel that the key for Arsenal is to keep this defensive solidity, and of course props to Rice. I think Rice has been a big difference. I think like when we look at like the defensive output, every game for me is almost like a man of the match. Like people were saying how there's this 100 million price tag on him, and whenever like a player goes to another team for that amount of money, people always like criticize that, but people hardly now talk about the price tag at all. Like like it's nothing lah. Like 100
At
million.
least for Rice lah.
nothing,
But
yeah.
if you talk about Havertz, do you still think that 20 million price tag?
Hey,
Bro,
bro,
you scored the winning goal.
Scored a winning
Yeah,
goal.
he did lah, he did
60
lah.
million down.
Okay, Anwar,
Havertz
what you
scores
say,
again.
Anwar?
No, I was just saying
I
that don't flatter yourself too much with the big four lah, big back four. I think that's just Arteta copying Pep ah. I think
Yeah.
I can not say copying lah. I think I watched a video on Typho before on like Arteta's gameplay, and one of the reasons why Havertz was brought in was also for that physical presence in the box as well. So I think so essentially when you have these four white players, right, as in these four big defenders minus Zinchenko, I think what you do is you limit the opposition like chances in their crosses and all that. But I think what's nice to see from this Arsenal team is that they're very clean on the ball, I would say. So like the build-up play, they're very patient. Like even the take-ons, right, like from Martinelli, from Saka, they don't really lose the ball as much as like previous season. So I think that also helps in maintaining possession, keeping possession. But like what ABK said, the final third lah. I mean the chances conversion, they're a bit more patient, but they try to take that chances. And I think might not be a high scoring for now because I feel like they don't have like a proper number 9 to play with yet lah. I mean Jesus is back, KTA sometimes is there.
There's
but
links of Oshiman.
yeah,
Oh, really?
but I mean what I mean is like they haven't played like with one
He'll
like
be
with a front three that's consistently playing together lah. So I think it's interesting to see because the next few games won't be. What was supposed to be playing next? Arsenal.
Can't remember.
I think it's gonna be quite challenging lineup. But yeah, I think
Wolves at home.
Arsenal.
Yeah,
and
so-
I agree with you. Rice has been good lah. Like not only defensively, but I think he also with the long range shots that he's attempted in the last few games. Well, I mean like maybe in West Ham you don't really see him, but he's essential to West Ham last season. But this season with this Arsenal team, you really see that quality coming out from him, and I think it's a good buy. I would say.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Hey,
On
but
the-
ABK, let me ask you. Wait, sorry, you want to say anything?
On the FPL front,
Yeah.
Saka did,
No, wait. Before you go Saka, so let's talk about Arsenal some more, okay? Just to
Help you lah.
because Arsenal is very, yeah. So
top of the table, bro.
yeah, I agree with you. I wanted to say the boring part lah, and also the fact that it's really like watching a Mourinho's team. When I watch Arsenal these days, like they're so boring, they're so defensive. But the stark difference from last season to this season is just too big, right? It's a different style of football altogether. Do you think this is what Arteta really wants? And do you think this is good enough to win the title, ABK?
I think whether it's good enough to win the title, it depends on what happens with our team. Whether we can keep the important players in our team, Rice,
Fit,
Saliba, I think.
Saliba, Gabriel.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I would say Saliba more than Gabriel. Saliba, Rice, maybe Saka as well. Maybe if we keep these guys fit for the rest of the season, I think we have a fighting chance. Our squad depth isn't so bad. I think that's fine. But I don't know. Like I'm not sure like what the vision of Arteta is. Like for me, I think Arteta just wants to win, right? I think it doesn't matter what kind of football they play, right? I think Arteta's mentality. I think he had a few seasons with Arsenal already, and I think he's experimented with different kind of tactics, different kind of play style, right? But I think in the end, what a manager wants for his team, especially after like managing them for 2-3 seasons, is he just wants to win, right? And I think it doesn't matter how he wins it, lah. So I think to answer your question, I think for him, it's not a matter of a playing style that to win the title, but just winning the title is important to him.
Okay.
So whatever
Saka?
whatever means. So Saka, he actually came out in an interview saying how he finds it difficult this season because he's marked out a lot.
Injury.
Marked out a lot. Like. So like whenever like he has the ball, there's always 2 defenders on him. And he said like similarly for Gabriel Martinelli, and that's really evident, especially in this game that I watched. Like he hardly had any space to work with. Whenever he had the ball, he couldn't take on defenders. Like what he does is he just cuts in to the penalty box and then he whips in the ball like how the goal was scored. That was the only I felt like our only avenue into the goal. If you look at like the Trossard's disallowed goal, I think that was how it was created as well. There was a cut in and then they played the ball in. Yeah. So I feel that Yeah, as an FPL, I
FPL
said, especially for Martinelli lah, we don't see his outputs. I'm a Martinelli owner, and I think I'm gonna move on from him quick lah. I just got him in, but I think I'm gonna get him out soon also. Yeah, so I think for Saka at least we can hold for a bit. I think although it's difficult for him, I think he's still getting the goals and assists every week, and there's also the penalty factor. So Saka will keep. Martinelli or anyone else lah, in the Arsenal midfield, I will avoid lah. Maybe one Arsenal defender will be good for your team. So
yeah, so for someone like Anwar, right? Anwar doesn't have Saka. It's not definitely not a buy, right? He's not looking good enough to warrant.
I
to
think
buy,
that
right?
there could be replacements lah. I mean, like Son is playing up front. I think that there's also like we'll maybe talk about him more later, but he's got like a hat-trick of offside goals, right? In the previous game. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, if you have like Son as a replacement for Saka, I think that's perfectly fine. Yeah.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah. No, so I want to say also for Brentford, right? Like just touching on Brentford, I thought this Pinnock played pretty decent that game, man.
He's a good defender, right?
Yeah, he's a good defender. I mean, he doesn't. I mean, like Brentford defense has been pretty decent. I won't say the best, but pretty decent. I think Pinnock really stand out in this game. And I don't know, like watching the game, I brought in Bremo, kind of regret lah. Like I don't know, like it's a hot and cold kind of player. I'm hoping for him to like step
Bro,
up.
he missed a big chance, bro. The rise off the line, that should be a goal, man. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
No
so
way.
like it's his chance
Unlucky
to step up,
lah.
you know. Like unlucky is one thing lah, but I mean like look at him,
Unlucky.
very elusive player. I don't know when he's gonna do something great, when he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he and Misa, like I don't know what to how you put a finger on these two, man. So
But
Loki
he's
is
the-
regretting bringing in Mbeumo, but he's the main
Bro.
man in the team lah.
Okay,
Low-key,
so
Loki
will you
has been the
will you advise people to bring in? I think he's the most wanted player right now. Right? Do you think he warrants that tag? Anwar?
To be honest, the only reason why I brought him in was I was too lazy to think. So I was like who else would I bring? And I was looking at all the underlying of all the other players, and I couldn't make a decision. And like, I had 2 hours left, and then just more for this one. But I think like players like another consideration was Gordon. He did well this week, and I did bring him in for the fact that I thought that with this injury-stricken Newcastle team, right, he wouldn't have stepped up, but he did. So Gordon is like another option that you might want to consider ahead of Mbeumo.
So for me, okay, some underlying stats. So I think he sits top 3. Sorry, he sits top 3 in midfielders for shots in the box, big chances, and XGI. His XA is also the highest for all players in the last 6, and Brentford is third for XG in the last 6 too. So actually, all the underlying points that he's a no-brainer with the fixtures also that's coming up. Do you agree, ABK?
Yeah, I preferably he's my first choice if I want to bring him in. But
Are you thinking of bringing him? You're not.
Yeah, but I don't have the funds to do it now.
Salah more important, right?
As in, like I have to move
for your team.
Son to Salah, but I need a move to enable. So I need to get Bowen out because Bowen is injured, right? I need to get Bowen out.
Saka, bro.
Take Saka out. No way, man. I say I have Martinelli also in my team. So Martinelli and Bowen are the 2 guys that I want to get out of my team, right? So I can't afford to get Mbeumo at the moment. But maybe
I will sell Saka for Mbeumo.
Next game.
To fund. Okay.
But I mean, I still have the option of Gordon also. I mean, I think isn't a bad replacement at the moment.
Pretty decent.
Yeah.
I'll go Mbeumo. I don't know.
You go Mbeumo so that I don't have the same player as you, right? So that
serious. As in, I would sell Saka.
Yeah. So I would do Mbeumo as well, but I don't want to get Saka out because the thing is, I have Martinelli and Bowen in my team, right? Those
they're
two
okay
are,
for okay. They're okay. I mean, if you to get Mbeumo, I think they are a fine keep. I mean, Saka is not pulling up trees, man. It's not like Saka is much better than Martinelli.
I
don't know,
think
for
in terms
Mbeumo
of,
lah.
in terms of
But-
FPL outputs, I think Saka
exactly.
is far ahead.
So like Luqman said, right, Mbeumo has all the underlyings. I'm not denying that. That's one of the main reasons why I brought him in. But I'm just saying that the eye test, looking at him playing against Arsenal, like you don't know when it's gonna pop in. Like you don't have that confidence, but underlying is all there lah. So
He's
Mbeumo
on
is pretty
pens also.
decent option also. Yeah, he's on pens also. Tricky one.
I don't know. Okay, let's move on. Roast of the week.
I'm surprised you guys didn't roast Ramsdale in this game.
But we're not roasting Arsenal, you see. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
speaking of Ramsdale, sorry.
I was waiting for you to roast so that I can roast. Listen back later.
Yeah. But
Wait,
Ramsdale just before the
yeah,
game he was saying like he cannot pay attention for keep focus on the game for like more than 5 minutes, right?
bro, I blame Arteta for
Something like that.
crushing his confidence. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's on Arteta. Anyway, speaking of Ramsdale, right? I forgot to bring up Raya. I think Raya is 4.8, right? Do you think he's a decent pick as a second defense? I think he's alright. What do you think, ABK?
Yeah, yeah. You can get. As in, I have no.
4.9. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I
definitely
have
going to start now. There's no reason for Ramsdale to come back in the team. So yeah, that's one more reason. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't mind Raya. I was thinking of selling my goalkeepers, but there's another goalkeeper from Liverpool that might come in at 3.9. We'll talk about him later. Okay, let's move on to roles of the week. So these are the players and teams that could have done better and deserve their roles coming their way. So the first roast is Chelsea. So they have an XG of 0.53, lowest of the week against Newcastle away. It's a tough fixture, but that's pretty low XG. So who wants to start?
Yeah, I mean,
Chelsea. 4-1.
Anwar was mentioning about how Mbeumo is a hot and cold player. I think Chelsea is a hot and cold team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like some weeks they really are at it. They're really like firing on all cylinders, and some weeks they just like they just don't turn up, man.
Capitulate.
We don't know.
I don't know what Poch is doing, man. I mean, like
What's
after
the
scoring
issue,
4 goals against City, right? And then like
Yes.
you spend 100 million on Caicedo, and then you start with this Ogochukwu.
No, he came back. He came back on Friday, one day before the game from international. That's why he didn't start.
Yeah,
That was the reason.
So did Darwin Nunes and Alisson for Liverpool.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I'm saying, I don't know. Like Palmer looks bang on average man this game without the penalties. Gallagher playing the more advanced role. I don't know. He and Enzo. Just what a frustrating team to watch. This Chelsea. I don't know what Poch wants to do with this team. And too many players or what? I don't know. He's trying to keep everyone happy. What do you guys think?
I think it's just a bad day in the office, and you can't you play a bit poorly against a good team, right? You get punished, and I think that's what happened. I still think the assets are there. I mean, okay, you talk about Palmer. I want to talk about Palmer. Before I talk about Palmer, EBK, you want to say anything about Chelsea? I don't have much to roast actually.
Yeah.
One more. The captain got a red card. Reece James, not enough. Sitting on the bench. That was. I don't know when.
Stupid. He kicked the ball away, right? And then he made a foul. Yeah,
I mean, like I don't know, like you're supposed to inspire confidence as a captain, and then with the kind of his body language throughout the second half was also pretty bad. So I don't know.
Bro, Pochettino also sent off, bro. That's why. The whole leadership in the team, I think. Yeah, anyway, I want to talk about Palmer. Actually, Palmer didn't have a good game in this game, but I still think he's at 5.3. I remember he's only 5.3. He's still, I think if you look at the game, right, he's still very involved. I look at some underlying stats, right? Sorry, I look at the past maps. He's pretty central, and in the last 4 matches, right, he's second for touches for his team, just behind Thiago Silva. So he's still very involved. He's still in the fulcrum of the team. So I still think, right, if you hold somebody like Diaby, like Anwar, you still on Diaby. I think Diaby to Palmer, because they have a good run of fixtures also until like 20 plus or so. So it's a good long run of fixtures. So I still think Palmer, right, is someone that I am looking to buy at his price.
Really? At 5.3 million.
Yeah, I'm sure you as Diaby, right? If you have one free
Yeah, I
transfer,
do.
Diaby to Palmer is quite straightforward. I feel. I still think he's a good. And they're playing Brighton next, and Brighton hasn't kept a clean sheet this season. And like Dung is red carded, Lemty is injured as usual. Like they are injury stricken. So I think this fixture, that's why I'm thinking of buying him now actually. So I still think he's a good pick. And ABK has Palmer. What do you think, ABK?
Yeah. Actually, I have a benching conundrum next in my lineup.
Play
So,
Palmer. You got to play Palmer at home to Brighton. Again, we will talk about him later. But I think Palmer is good for
I'll talk about
the
it
long
later.
term.
Yeah.
So this game, let's talk about Newcastle a bit. As a Trippier owner, he should have punished the non-Trippier owners. If you watch the game, he only got away with 1 point. He could have easily. I mean, Sterling's free kick, man. Since when he scores free kick, right? It's a bit ridiculous. That free kick. Anyway, I'll talk about Isak. So Isak has scored 7 goals in the Premier League despite playing less than half of the minutes. So if you look at like minutes per XG average, right, he's top with Haaland. He's alongside Haaland. So basically, if he is guaranteed game time, right, which he is, right, because Wilson is actually out injured for a while, he is a very enticing pick. And
He is.
yeah. What do
I
you
thought
all
the
think
goals
of
were
Alexander Isak?
the goals were well taken also. So I think the first goal, the control from Millie to
The Miley pass.
got a goal.
The
Yeah,
Miley, pass.
that was
Okay,
good goal.
but do you think he's more worth it than having Watkins in the team
Darwin.
for the same price?
Oh. Okay.
More worth it than Watkins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, because
I would-
the thing is everyone has Haaland, okay? And then
Yeah,
you have the second
agreed.
spot. Okay, maybe you have a third spot, but I feel like it's a bit expensive if you go for Watkins and Isak, right?
Yeah. Actually, okay. Aston Villa plays from game week 15, right? They play Man City, Arsenal, and Brentford. So if you
Yeah.
want to bang on, but actually, right, I would rather go for Darwin than Isak. Spoiler alert, but I still think Isak is a good pick. But I think Watkins is fine to sell. But just remember, game week 18, right? He has Sheffield United, blank Sheffield United at home, blank game week 18. Just to take note if you sell Watkins. But yeah, I think Isak is good, man. He's a good player, man. Liverpool should have bought him instead of Darwin.
But yeah, if you ask me, Watkins or Isak, looking at the current lineup, I'll go Isak for now. If you don't have either or, I won't sell Watkins for Isak immediately. But if let's say
So
you
you're
are
on a
looking-
wild card. On a wild card, you have Isak
if you're
or
on a
Watkins,
wild card, and then if you want to choose either one or the other, then I think Isak
Isak
or
or Darwin?
Watkins.
Isak or
Isak.
Darwin?
Isak.
Actually, yeah. I mean, game week 14. I mean, of course, you don't want to sell Watkins when he's playing Bournemouth next,
Yeah.
right? But I think
Correct.
next
Actually,
game week
Bournemouth
15, I think
away.
could be an interesting pick to
Yeah.
do to get out of Watkins. I mean, just to keep your team fresh, you know, keep your team a bit.
What do
fresh.
you think, ABK? What do you think, ABK? Isak or Watkins?
Yeah, as in, I asked this because I have Watkins in my team. I haven't really considered it yet, but now looking at the fixtures, maybe there's something I could consider, either Darwin or Isak.
But Watkins is good, man. He's on form, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
against Man City,
like
Arsenal,
he's an honest worker, you know. Like he's just gonna clock in the points. I mean, he's not gonna get like hat tricks. He did get a hat trick, right? He did get big
he
haul,
probably won't
but-
get again. Yeah.
Hey, we never know.
Honest-
But I mean, like
honest worker.
he's just
Yeah,
he's
he's
just
good,
an
man.
honest worker. He's just like clocking in the points, and that's what you want from your players, right? And
Yeah, but
you don't
for
really
me,
want
I
to sell
think-
players who are like that.
Yeah, but for me, I think this season, right, we don't have many striker options lah, apart from Haaland, right? So you have, like, to me, we rank the next three will be Watkins, Isak, and Nunes. So Isak was really out
Solanke?
of contention. Out also lah. So it's just these three lah, that Nunes, or Watkins, or Isak. And Isak, to me personally, has been out of contention because of the Wilson rotation risk. Right, so and Watkins has been on form, and don't go for Nunes because I think
I don't
again
mind Nunes. I go for
the
Nunes.
the eye test is hot and cold so I don't want that kind of heartache yeah. But right now Isak has moved ahead of based on the fixtures alone. I think for me personally, Isak has moved ahead of the
No, but
list.
if you
than
talk about
Watkins.
fixtures, right? Nunes,
Yeah.
Liverpool has Fulham, Sheffield, and Crystal Palace. That's why I will go
No,
for
but
Nunes.
it's Nunes, bro.
Yeah. But if
Yeah.
Nunes, I don't know. Okay. Okay. Quick word on Gordon, the hero for my team. Hasn't blanked
Nice.
at home this season. Yeah. Are you guys thinking of him? Is he in the radar?
I am.
Yeah, definitely.
I should have
But
brought him in
ev-
instead of Mbeumo lah.
No, bro. I was.
As in
Mbeumo
last
is
week,
a good
I can go Mbeumo this week again. I have points. It's just that yeah, it's like for that game week, right? Like it's Mbeumo against Arsenal. I was considering bringing Gordon in and then like Son for Mbeumo or something like that. But yeah, like
So ABK
again,
is buying Gordon, I guess.
small regret.
I think
Yeah, he's a good
there's
pick.
80% chance based on my
Yeah.
team value that I need to get Salah in.
I think Harvey Barnes is still out until Christmas. That's the latest I read. So I think it's good for Gordon. He'll probably play every game.
Yeah.
And hopefully Newcastle loses tonight, I think. If they lose against Milan, I think, and then they'll be out of the Champions League. So that'll be better for the rotation. Hopefully they lose.
They won't even
And-
make the Europa.
They might. They are last currently. So their group now is 7-6-5-4. They are on 4 points.
Yeah.
So if they lose this game, maybe they still have a chance for Europa lah. But
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
but
also
maybe
I mean
still-
no difference, right? Because Europa, so I think
I
it's a
don't-
good chance for them to.
oh, yeah,
it's
that's
a
true,
better chance for them to win.
So hopefully they get fourth. But anyway, let's roast the next team. So Spurs.
Wait, before that, quick one. Lascelles.
Okay.
I think the last few games having been put into
Lascelles. Lascelles
Lascelles.
is the country, bro. Lascelles is the country.
Seashells,
Seychelles lah, bro.
Seashells on the seashell.
Lascelles, Lascelles.
Okay.
I
What
mean, the
about
last
him?
few
Great goal.
games, he was once the captain of this
He
Newcastle
still is,
team.
right?
He still is lah, but I mean, like he fell out of the pecking order. What do you guys think of him? I think it still looks like a pretty decent option right now.
It depends on
for
Botman.
defense.
It depends on
Yeah,
Botman.
but-
Like, what's the news? We don't know the news. It's very. Some say 1 month, some say 2 weeks. So the news about Botman is very important because when Botman is fit, right, he will go back straight to the team, in my opinion. Even though if Lascelles scores for the next 3 games, I still think Botman is that good that he will go back straight in. So it depends on Botman. You're thinking of
But
him,
at
is it?
4.1 million, I mean, at 4.1 million, I think it's a decent centre back option. And looking at this Newcastle team, like, pretty decent, I mean, output given the current injury status they have as a team.
It's a short-term thing for sure. But if you want to enable, if you want to sell cash, for example, right, I think it's an okay buy. But do know that when Botman comes back, right, he'll be out of the team.
Yeah,
And
that's
hopefully
basically
before-
my plan. Yeah.
Or is it cash to Lascelles?
Cash to Lascelles, one of the options.
Actually,
To enable
when
who?
you're looking at that
To
price point of 4 million, right, I would
Who?
just go for a 3.9 million pick in George Baldock of Sheffield United. He's gotten
no,
2 assists already since.
No, but
he's
Newcastle
been-
is a good team, bro. They will keep clean sheets at home.
Yeah. I don't, no, not bench player. Though. I'm looking like maybe Simcas. Like, I got Simcas, right? So if I were to bring out cash, and then I want to bring someone in later for Simcas, then I need the cash in. As in,
Who are you
did it-
enabling?
No,
Who are you
for
enabling,
future Simcas
Okay.
transfer.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Anyway, let's move on. Spurs. So last game week, right, as a non-Sun owner against Wolves, I say it was an easy watch, right? But this game, right, it wasn't an easy watch. I was like, whoa, shit. I felt 3 times that he could have scored. But to be honest, right, if the flag went up immediately, right, he wouldn't have scored those 3 goals. I think it was one of those, it was pretty clear offside. So, and yeah, what do you think was? You're both own Sun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a bit harsh to roast Spurs because I thought the first half, right, they just owned Villa, man. I thought they were so good. I was super impressed. Like Lo Celso, Bentancur, I thought, wow, this is a second makeshift team, man. And I was quite impressed by Spurs. So it was quite harsh to roast them, but I still think it's our show, so we can roast whoever we want. So who want to roast Ange? Big Ange.
But Son, what a waste! A hat trick of offsides. What a shame.
But
and
to be
I think,
honest, right?
and I think, I mean, like I'm a cash owner, but I felt that tackle of Bentancur was
Red
red
card,
card.
that's a
worthy,
red card.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's red card. Lucky he got
But-
0 instead of -2, right?
Yeah,
He's on
minus
the
3, I
annoying.
think.
He's on 4 yellows, by the way, Cash. He's on 4 yellows, so take note. And Trippier also. But yeah, from watching this game, right, I thought Son was one of the worst players in the Spurs team. I felt like I think he was not sharp enough. But saying that, right, he did get a lot of chances, so we can finally say that Son will get chances. Son doesn't need Meadow to get chances. So that's one thing that we can conclude from this game because he did have chances, but I thought he didn't look his best.
But Spurs team is really, really thin. If you look at the bench on this one, there's no one else who could bring in besides like whoever they brought in. Yeah, so
Yeah, a lot of
the
injuries. bro. It's a
midfield
lot
also
of
with
injuries.
Brian Gill, Kulusevski, Brennan Johnson. I mean, they're
So bad,
decent players, but the fringe players They're not like playmakers and all
Kulu,
that.
I think at the moment,
Yeah.
as long as Emerson Royal is playing centre back, right, I think just stay away from
but he's
him.
better than Dyer though. I was hoping Dyer plays, then like Watkins can get more chance, right? But then Big Ange was smart enough not to play Dyer. That's what I thought. That's the only thing that Big Ange got his tactics correct. But if he played Dyer, right, I think Dyer would be more of a weakness. I felt anyway.
Be a more dire situation.
Yeah. I think Dyer, he's so Dyer. But anyway, yeah. You begin?
So you think results will, as in, like, just do a quick one, you think results will change, like things will...
They play Man City next, so
So
probably
maybe not so soon, but
Yeah, not so soon.
maybe
They
after
play
that,
Newcastle also.
after that you
Yeah,
think
so-
tides will change for Spurs, or you think they'll just go on a bad form?
I think that will change. I don't know when Meadow is coming back. When I think Bissouma will be back, so that will help. And I don't know,
I won't
Romero will
say-
be back. So
Yeah, I won't say tides would change, but I mean I won't rule them out entirely. I think I mean this is a test for them lah. Like we like just before this happened to Spurs, we were talking about the biggest test for Spurs to be injuries, right? And then they're facing that. So I want to see what Big Inch does with his team lah. I mean there are a lot of unknown names there, but if you can bring out the best of average players, then you don't know. A good manager can always pull them out of this one. So we see Inch quality in the next few games.
Yeah, there's some criticisms about Ange also. I mean, like the way he refused to change the way he play, right, to suit kind of like the situation that he's in, kind of thing. Yeah. But we'll see lah. I mean, let's.
A bit like Bielsa with.
Wait, there's a question by Russell on IG for you guys because you guys own Son. He asked what to do with Son. Are you guys?
For me, it's a straightforward move to Salah because I don't have Salah. But I'm leaving the Spurs train at the moment.
Anwar, how about you? Are you selling Son?
I mean, I only have one free transfer, and I might have other fires to fight. So, Son is not the first one on my mind to go lah. And I feel that like with this injury-stricken team, you need a talisman, and I'm hoping that Son becomes that talisman. Yeah.
I think it's a good player. I think it's a good hold. I think the only player I will sell Son because there's not much options, right? I think the only player I will sell Son for is like ABK to Salah. If not, I think he's a fine holder. Yeah, if not.
No, but you prefer Son over Saka. You prefer Son over Saka.
100%, bro. Saka cannot, bro. You watch the game. What did Saka do in the game?
I mean, okay, let's just be objective. Son plays up front, Saka's on the wing. So if you're looking from that perspective on its own, then I think Son returns our output will be a bit higher than Saka. But again, like Saka has got to. I mean, it's a test for him lah, whether he gets to like flourish from this because good players are going to face that, like defenders who know how to defend them. Yeah.
You're asking Anwar whether he should sell Son to Saka, is it, or just like in general. Son or Saka?
Yeah, just Son or Saka. Yeah. Like if let's say you don't have both, which one would you go for?
Because the price also matters. I still
it's
think
only 0.5 different, I think.
No, but like on a wild card, I might choose Saka over Son because of the price.
Yeah.
Maybe. But for transfer, no. Maybe.
I mean,
but Saka, I don't know, man.
Just look at his outputs. His outputs is there. I mean.
No, but you watch the eye test, bro. The eye test cannot, bro. And the stats, you cannot, bro. The stats and the underlying the eye test.
He's being marked out of the game. That's the reason.
Yeah. But it's only Brentford, right? He got no shots.
You know,
I know
all other teams play that way. They have two guys on him. Yeah.
Yeah, so that will probably happen. That will probably happen again. So I think like Arsenal is not doing anything to combat that Bala, right? So I think if Saka is not a good option. I don't find it sustainable like assist only. You need to have more threat for Saka for his price, I think. But
for me, right? For me, my simple answer would be if I have Son, I would not sell him for Saka. But if on a wild card and I have enough funds and I want to look at a more premium midfielder, I would choose Saka over Son over the coming fixtures. You get me?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but I won't sell Son for Saka. That's
okay. Last one on Spurs, right? So an asset is that I think you should look out for is Pedro Porro, 5.3 million. He was a constant threat in that defense, and he played so well, I felt. And he's also on set pieces without Meadow, and he's basically like playing like he was the main playmaker. Actually, no, Kulu was the main playmaker, but he was very involved. And at 5.3 million. You see all the defenders not getting clean sheets, right? At least with Porro, you can get attacking returns. So I think he's someone to look out for after this Man City game. Yeah, ABK?
No, nothing else to
Anything?
Yeah.
Aston Villa?
I'm coming out of cash. So for Aston Villa, because I have a triple Aston Villa lineup, right, with Cash, Diaby and Watkins. So the thing is that Diaby is still an okay. I think he's still an okay pick lah. I mean, but the only thing is that I was quite disappointed that they didn't return as much as I hoped they would lah. So again, like I thought Aston Villa would pick up one notch, but it seems like they're a bit flat this last few games. Yeah, they haven't really progressed from the good form that they had.
Okay, one thing to take note, right?
Like fourth?
Yeah, they are fourth. You're talking about Diaby, because Diaby had a bad game, right? He got substituted at halftime, right? And Leon Bailey came on and he played so well, man, Leon Bailey. Anyway, in game week 18, right? So right now you guys should plan for blank game week 18. So Brentford and Man City blank. So So your bench folders will be important. Like for example, if you got Lascelles, right, you have to find out whether Botman is back before game week 18. That's very important. For example, I think Newcastle play Luton also in game week 18. Anyway, Aston Villa plays Sheffield at home. So in game week 18, right, like if you can hide cash on the bench in these hard fixtures, it's also, if you can do that, then at least you have him for game week 18. That would be that's what I'm doing lah. That could be an option. But I think cash is also is an okay sell lah.
So
But I think
game week 18
I'll say
only Brentford and Man City is blanking.
Correct. So if you have Mbumo and Haaland, right, you have 2 blank players really.
Yeah.
And you, after game week 18, right, Brentford and Man City might double in 20 also. So you wouldn't want to sell them if you have no wildcard lah.
Yeah.
So you have to rely on your archers and your Cabores. You need your bench on that game in that game week.
Good insight.
And Liverpool play
Good insight, really.
And Liverpool play Arsenal in that game week. So the captaincy will probably be Aston Villa, Watkins against Sheffield, or Spurs, Son against Everton at home. So that, yeah, I think I'm leaning towards Watkins against Sheffield at home. Yeah, so something to take note. It's around the corner. It's around the corner.
Thanks. I really needed that, Luqman. I think it's really good insight. I mean, if you guys are hearing to this, right, this is top analysis, man. Because like for me, right, like I don't know, like ever since the World Cup, pretty decent points. But one thing that I've been struggling with week in, week out, right, is trying to keep the transfers. So I think I mentioned before in the pod, because my team is like heavy on the first 11. I've got really weak bench with Cabore and Aldahill, basically 0 pointers there. So I've always wanted like two transfers to like
To fix
maneuver
the bench.
something, right? Yeah,
I
to
think you
fix the
need to do
bench, but
that.
I've never had anything. So I might not move this week even with cash, and then keep the 2 transfers in week 15. Good
You wait
insight,
for-
Norman. Thanks.
You wait for Botman. If Botman comes back before 18, right, then Lascelles is not going to play in 18. Then like it's a bit wasted. That's why I think Botman is important. But we do. I mean, I tried to find some news, but it's a bit. Eddie Howe doesn't give much away, so that's quite annoying to buy if you want to buy Lascelles. Anyway, shall we move on? I think let's move on.
Yeah.
Kopi Takeaways. So in this segment, we'll be tackling burning questions head on, discuss key assets to look out for, and highlight trends and strategies. So let's start with the boring big game, the early kickoff. I don't know. I mean, this was such a bad game for Liverpool. Liverpool's point of view, I think Salah, this is the first time in like 200 over games, right? Salah had no shot and no XG. So if you take that into consideration, right, the fact that we didn't lose this game, our best player had no shots, right? Because Ake just pocketed him the whole game. Ake is so good, man. It's so annoying that he's that good. And yeah, I thought this game was, I think Man City probably deserved the win, but Liverpool got a bit lucky.
Yeah, we got very lucky, I would say. But I don't know lah. I mean, being a bit of a whiner lah. But I feel that that City actually they prepared for this game a lot more than Liverpool did lah. I mean, with Ederson not going to Brazil, with Haaland injury. I mean, like Ederson didn't go to Brazil. Ederson played that just returned and had to start the game. And Ederson has not been first choice under Tite for a long time.
So it's not Tite anymore. It's another manager.
Whoever the manager is, but Ederson hasn't been the first choice keeper for Brazil for whatever reason. And then Ederson just comes out with like some toe stop or something like that. And then I mean that's the difference
Ederson is
between
so
Pep. I don't know. I just feel like this is me whining as a fan. I just feel that Pep will try to win games at all costs, whereas Klopp is more of a football purist. Like you go enjoy your international game, present the country, come back, and then I'll give you later. That's what I feel. But yeah. But other than that, Trent against Doku was such a pain to watch, man. But I think he took that goal well, and I think that erased a lot of his shortcomings. I felt in midfield our press wasn't really effective. We let them play the ball quite a bit. I don't know, man. Like this trio, Jones, since his red card, he hasn't been the same player he was before that 3-game suspension lah. So I think the reason why Klopp rates Jones in this midfield 3 is because he used to be the one that does the genie role, the Genie Van Adam role, the one that links up the play,
the connector,
covers up all the pitch and all that. And I think McAllister is not a number 6. Like he gets like I mean in this game we didn't need a number 6 who's combative, but we needed a number 6 that could read the movement of the ball. And I think a lot of times like we were quite empty there. I mean, looking at the Ake pass to Haaland, right, that was also quite bad preemptive. Yeah, but
I agree. I
Salah,
agree mostly.
Salah and Darwin looking. Darwin could have got the save from Ederson, and we got lucky also with the goal that was ruled for foul on Ederson.
Yeah, man. And I
Yeah,
was so annoyed
and
when I saw that. Like, I was like, that looks exactly the same push that Jordanton did on Gabriel, except was on the keeper. The keeper.
Yeah.
Okay,
so-
let's quickly move on. We are running quite late. So, speaking of, I said Salah 0xg, right? But he still managed a return. Somehow he still hasn't blanked. I mean, he blanked once. I think he blanked twice already. So anyway, ABK, you how do you feel? I mean, you're getting Salah, right? Yes, you're getting Salah to your team, right?
Yeah. I mean, no. I mean, he just it's a goal and assist machine. So there's no issue there. I think.
Finally,
talk about
we've
it later. Okay.
converted ABK.
Okay, one thing to take
So
note,
I
right?
guess
I think
the,
we quickly move on. Wait, one more thing. Alisson might be out for 1 month plus. So Kelleher is 3.9 million. And like for someone like me who's going to World Cup, right, I'm considering I could easily get Kelleher until I World Cup, until before Alisson comes back. But wait for the news. So he could be a cheap way into a Liverpool defense. And Liverpool have good fixtures also. So that could be quite a good buy.
another set. What do you guys think of Doku, man? I mean, like he was more on the first team sheet after the run of losses, and I think like he's in some good form, and I think he's only at what 6.7 million.
Okay, so the thing about Doku, right? He's a good pick, for sure. He's a good pick, and I think he's ahead in the pecking order. But Man City blanks in 18, so they play Luton in 16. That is a spicy fixture. I was thinking of trying to get him in, but I think that is one transfer too many, because you have to figure out something for the blank. That's why I think if you have Alvarez now, right, I think you can easily sell Alvarez now, even though he's still a decent pick because of the blank. You can slowly sell Alvarez and buy like whoever, like Watkins or Issa or Darwin. But I think Doku is a good pick, but not feasible. I still think about maybe after the blank in the double.
And then you never know, after the blank he might run out of pecking order again because you got Grealish and all these players. Foden didn't play too well though in that game. Foden.
Yeah, Tsimikas played well, which is good news for us owners. I thought he played well enough to hold his starting spot. Yeah.
Robo is out until the new year, right? Robo is out until the new year, right?
New year.
So we still got some time.
Let's quickly move, answer the questions. So the first question is Leche. He asked, is it worth getting Nunes? My answer is yes. But we talked about this just now, right? We ranked Isak Nunes just now already. So yeah, we already answered this. Sorry. Let's move on. Eugene asked. Sito, right? Is the black hat guy, right, on Telegram. He asked keep or sell Bowen. So I think, you own Bowen, right?
Yeah, if you're not sure, we just wait for like they're gonna play their European League, European
if
game
he's fit
this week. So if he's fit, I think it's you can keep him. But I mean,
right?
If he's not if Moyes is like the dodgy about like his availability, then I think you should sell him. I mean, who you can sell it for is Gordon, Mbeumo,
Mbeumo.
Even Palmer if you want to.
Yeah. Ano, do you agree? You own Bowen, right? If you don't own Bowen.
No, I don't own
Kudus.
Bowen.
Yeah, don't forget Kudus also.
Yeah, so I wanted to bring in Bowen, then I decided to
lucky,
go for the differential pick and got lucky, basically.
Actually, that game, right, West Ham is so poor that game, like without Bowen. So I think Bowen is very important. So I think Bowen is a good. Yeah, he's a good pick as well. He's a
keep. They got good, decent run of games so coming up.
So question from Kenny. Every week he's asking, thanks Kenny for the question. Actually, he's doing quite well this season. His team name is Economical Rice. Anyway, he asked, start which 2 or 4? So he asked his defenders. So the options are Guehi, Maguire, Taylor and Lascelles. So you all know the fixtures?
Yep.
You're going to look up now. Okay, so who will you pick
it's
out of the 2?
There, so yeah. I'll pick Guehi and Maguire.
Maguire away to Newcastle?
Yeah.
Over Lascelles at home to Man U?
Yeah.
Okay, Ano?
So let's go with Lascelles and Guehi.
I think Lascelles. I think if Bowen is fit, maybe I will just play Taylor over Guehi. If Bowen is not fit, then I play Guehi. But Lascelles over Maguire for sure. Newcastle at home, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, next one is Gary Au. I think he's second in our minute league. So he's asking I don't know why he asked.
or
Like,
Mbeumo.
I don't know why he
Yeah.
asking that.
Because like Eze is out, right? So I think he has
If
to be
he's not
Mbeumo.
out, if he's not out,
Still Mbeumo,
still
I think
Mbeumo.
the
Yeah.
fixtures for Mbeumo is pretty good. Except that we
Okay,
have to take note of that blank in 18, as you mentioned.
Yeah, correct. So FPL Milo don't know. He asked, Matty Cash has not been performing. Any good transfer suggestions?
Yeah.
I know.
For me, I think interesting one will be menu defenders, Dalo and Shaw. That could be
But no,
interesting
they have.
picks.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I
Actually,
think because they have
Actually, I want to
attacking
know
defense
your
also.
thoughts also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to know your thoughts. I wanted to know your thoughts because Matty Cash is one of my priority to transfer out also.
He never
But then
asked.
again-
I think if you don't have Simikas, I still think it's an okay buy. If you can buy Trent, then buy Trent. But
Nobody
realistically,
has money for Trent.
so really, he never asked. He just said any good transfer. I think Trent is a good transfer. But anyway, I think you can keep him for Bournemouth and then buy Porro up after Bournemouth. Because after Porro plays Man City, I think Porro is. I mean, he looks good, man. He's so attacking, and yeah, Porro or Simikas. That would be my answer.
Yeah. And if you don't have any Arsenal defenders, I think Gabriel is the guy to go.
Oh, yeah,
at
that's
four-
true.
four-
Gabriel,
4.9, yeah.
Gabriel, yeah.
You sure?
Gabriel is good shout.
4.9.
Gabriel or
I think now.
Saliba?
Yeah.
I mean,
Saliba is now
for the price
5.5,
point-
but that's expensive.
Yeah, too expensive, yeah. Gabriel is good
Yeah,
shout.
but just okay. The thing about I think I didn't touch right. Double up on Arsenal defense. I think a lot of people are doubling up, but I don't think I would do that because 16, 17, 18 right. They have Villa, Brighton, and Liverpool. So yeah, I don't think I'll double up. But they are the best defense in the league, lah. So if you want to double up, it's fine. But I wouldn't personally. You want to ask? Okay.
Captaincy.
Alvin
conundrum,
asked about the
so
captaincy. We talk about later when we talk about teams.
Yep,
Okay.
okay.
Why don't we? So Ming Wong asked. I will just ask the question first. So he asked. It's not a question. It's a request that because our mini league right, we open it up until the deadline is game week 35. So he's just basically asking like, it would not be cool if somebody last minute join high ranking like last season.
Yeah. So I think we've already committed to, at the start of the season, we already committed to saying that we're going to close the league at game week 35. So I think it's only fair that we carry on to open at game week 35. Yeah. So I think one thing I want to say is from our perspective, one of the reasons why we have this prize league is so that we can encourage more people to join our Telegram group. So like if we close this, if we close this like early, then the window for us to expand our Telegram group becomes bigger. So you must understand from our point of view, we're still like a new podcast. We don't have any money coming in. Most of our time and like investment into this is from our own pocket. So we need to, as in our priority now is to expand our listener base, expand our community so that we can continue to grow. I think last season we saw people who joined in late, people like Wesley, Afiq and Shakir. These guys, they join in like towards the second half of the season, right? They become like valuable members to our community the next season, and I think that's good for us because we have competitive players in our league and people who could give inputs to us. And like although they join late, I think maybe people will feel like it's a bit unfair, like they don't get it. But I mean, from our point of view, growing our communities is what's important to us. Maybe next season we can reconsider. I think we have some sort of a new revenue stream or maybe some sponsors for our league, and then we don't need to focus so much on expanding. Yeah, so I think maybe we can reconsider next week, next season.
Yeah, we haven't talked to you about this, right? Actually, just found out. What do you think? I want to know.
Yeah, no. So
We
this
have
is our
one, right?
second season doing the prize league, right? Correct.
Yes.
So
correct.
so again, I appreciate Ming Wong's like request. I agree with you, Ming Wong. I think
For sure.
when I first came in, also I was like asking like why we closed the league too late lah. And then why week 35? Why not? Like I mean, you already opened, and then I understand that the background. The whole thing is that last season we didn't have this rule in, and then there were players who were looking for like leagues where they can win something. And I think as a podcast, we're always looking to grow. We're always looking to evolve, and definitely we learn from this kind of circumstances. We learn of this kind of instances. For this season, we'll keep it to week 35 as what ABK mentioned. But again, trust us, we want to continue doing this, and we want to continue growing this community, and we take all your feedback in very positively. And again, we'll sit down just before the mid of this season to discuss what our plans moving forward. So I guess you will see interesting developments coming. there might be more than just this league.
Yeah.
We might consider doing smaller competitions, smaller prizes. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think our goal and objective is the same: to create a positive community where in Singapore, where we can talk about FPL, we can banter, we can bounce off ideas with like-minded people who love this game so much, man.
Yep.
Yeah. So we work on it.
Okay, well said.
It's a good comment.
Well said, boys. Nothing to add.
Last thing is that the reason why it's Game Week 35 is so that people at the top of the table and during this time they're able to size up their opponents. They're able to see who they're competing against in the last 3 weeks. So I think that's the reason why we close it on Game Week 35. But maybe next season we can do it sooner.
Hopefully I'll be
ABK.
up there with the rest by then.
ABK, you timestamp this for me more. Timestamp.
Timestamp this from me, okay.
Okay, if you are free. Anyway,
I'll do it in
of the menu, differential pick less than
Of the
5%.
menu.
So
Yeah.
recap from last week.
Let's do a quick
So
one.
this is the second week. We have the community pick. I think in last place we have myself with Pablo Sarabia, 0 points. Actually, I'm quite surprised. Okay, just quick one. I'm quite surprised that given his off the bench performance, right, he wasn't even given a shot at the starting 11. So I think
Yeah, man.
I overestimated him.
Unlucky.
But looking at the game, Bellegarde, what was his name? Bellegarde or something like that.
Bellegarde, yeah. Right.
Bellegarde looks like a decent, much more physical presence up there, and I don't blame him. So 0 points for me. I take it. I take the L this week. Try not to be too funny again. Coming into the next week. Next we have Luqman's pick. Wait, Luqman, who do you pick again?
Dokore.
Oh yeah,
Abdullahi Dokore,
yeah.
1 point. Yeah.
1 point.
And,
I thought he could have gotten more, so a bit wasteful there. So 1 point. In second place, ABK with 3 points with Leandro Trossard. Could have gotten more if his goal wasn't ruled off.
Yeah.
But
I was
this
celebrating the goal. I was like, yes, my off the menu pick.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
started in
this-
midfield. You got lucky that he started.
He started in the midfield.
Yeah, and
I
this
forgot to
week's
mention that.
community pick.
man.
I mean, if the community didn't pick this, it would have been my off the menu pick lah. So
yeah.
so yeah. Hindsight, Captain Hindsight. Yeah, but congratulations to the community. I think you guys put up quite a decent lineup, and it was very close between what's his name?
Kudos and Eze.
Kudos and
Yeah.
Eze, yeah. And I think
In the
most
last
of you
minute,
went for
right?
Kudos.
Yeah.
10 points for Kudos. Absolute
I think
brilliant.
Kenny-
Congratulations.
Can he choose Kudos? I think he asked his friends to quickly vote last minute. For his pick, I'm not saying anything. Kenny, I just assume.
Yeah.
Corruption,
But good pick. But congrats. But good pick.
So
Kenny.
this week is a bit tight because the game ended on Tuesday. We should have. We're still working. We're still ironing out how we get this community pick in. So ideally, maybe moving forward, you guys let us know also whether you'd like to pick earlier or you like to pick after the pod, because the later you have more information as well, or possibly line up. So
But if
this
later,
week,
if you pick later, means you pick after us.
Yeah.
So we'll pick on the pod. Okay, quickly pick.
So we'll
for
try this week with us picking first, and then we give you. So I'll let you guys know in the Telegram channel who we have picked, or you listen to this podcast that you know. So for me, my off the menu pick for this week is the guy who just came back from injury from Crystal Palace. Put in a worldly of a game and a worldly of a goal.
What a goal.
What a goal. And I think there's a reason why he was on Chelsea's radar as well. I'm going with Olise for this week. So Olise is my pick of
Liverpool should
the
buy him.
week. Good player,
Okay,
man. Like brilliant take on the right flank,
There-
cutting back in. He also did one cross at the final minutes, which hit the which ended
Okay.
up hitting the post.
Okay. Wrap up.
Olise.
ABK.
Okay, for me, big Dom, but not the Dom that you used to. There's
Huh?
Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, I had a good game against Man U, I felt.
DCL.
Just failed to convert his chances. Yeah, I think against
Okay.
Forest next game. Good
So
pick.
my one is Brentford is playing Luton at home, so I'm choosing Neil Mopay at 4.9 million. I expect him to start because Shadi is injured and they'll play 3 up front against a weaker team. So yeah, my pick is Neil Mopay.
Interesting.
Okay.
What the guy? Okay.
Hopefully we get the
Hawkins,
Brighton Mopai.
he was
Yeah,
quite bad at
so-
Brighton though.
Pretty decent.
It's quite a bad
He's a bad player. Okay, move on. Come on, who wants to start first? I think I'll quickly go first.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so my team, I am setting up in a 3-5-2. I have Pickford in goal, Trippier, Gabriel, Tsimikas, Salah, Mbemo, Adingra, Saka, Gordon, Watkins, Haaland, captain. My bench is Turner, Cash, Bayan, Archer. So I have 2 free transfers. So let's talk about captaincy. Okay, we didn't answer Alvin's question. So I'm on Haaland at the moment. I think at home, right, Man City is just a beast, and I expect Haaland to have a lot of chances against a very weak Spurs defense. And Salah is still a good pick at home to Fulham. I think Fulham this morning, I think Tim Ream had a bad game also. If you watch Tim Ream, he got roasted by, I think, the Wolves players, right? I forgot who. But yeah, I think Fulham, Salah is a good pick. But I'm leaning towards Haaland because Spurs is weaker, I guess.
Yep. Same for me. Haaland for me over Salah.
But you got no Salah, bro.
I'm going to have Salah soon, bro. Relax.
Oh, yeah,
chill.
sorry.
Calm.
Ano? You're on, obviously.
You know my answer, bro.
Yeah, but any rationale or just gut feel?
Yeah, so like when you expect, I don't know, this is for me, when you expect Haaland to perform, he usually doesn't. And then for Salah, I think it's a safer, as in this is my personal opinion, for Salah, he's basically more consistent on that front. So I'm going with Salah against
I think we can change Anwar's tag to Liverpool loyalist.
Only for
Okay, one more thing.
captaincy,
Okay, one more thing on Salah, right, and Haaland, right. Salah's EO, right, is 48.3. So actually, right, his EO won't go above 100. So if you own Salah alone, right, you can still cheer him on. That's one way to negate that option. You can cheer both Haaland and Salah if you captain Haaland. That's one thing
Yeah.
that I considered. Okay, anyway, my team, I have 2 free transfers, right. So I'm thinking of selling Pickford for Kelleher if Alisson is out.
Who's your
And
backup
also
keeper?
Turner. That's why it's a bit scary. I can sell Turner also lah
Yeah.
for Kelleher. Anyway, if not, I was thinking of Adingra to Palmer also. So I think Mitoma is probably going to play next game week. I think he was back in training also, right, before last game week. So I think Adingra has been starting like every game for the past few weeks. So I'm thinking he's due a rest. And like if Mitoma can get rested, I'm sure Adingra also will get rested. So I'm thinking Adingra to Palmer instead of burning a transfer. But since Kelleher is in the radar, probably I won't do that. What do you all think?
I think it's fine. I haven't really taken a look. I think sounds like something I would do.
But why Kelleher? You
Okay,
got other keepers. To choose
But
from.
Alisson's out for a month, right? They say? No?
Yeah, if Alisson is out for a month and Liverpool got good fixtures, and there's not a goalkeeper, bro. Who name me a good goalkeeper now? There's no one, right?
Actually,
Onana.
there's a
Right,
fair
yeah.
point.
No.
Right.
There's no goalkeeper, and he's
Right?
3.9. So
I mean,
Maybe,
you have Turner and Kelleher. That's a huge. I don't know. Like I wouldn't
Can't
go
believe you still
there.
have Pickford. Team.
yeah.
Yeah,
The thing about Pickford, right? There's no goalkeepers, right? That's why I'm thinking Pickford is fine. Nobody's keeping a clean sheet, right? So I don't know. But yeah, Kelleher. I think Liverpool next 3 fixtures.
Yeah, but I would go. Who's that? Turner to Kelleher instead. I wouldn't risk
In case,
it by
no,
yeah.
but
Because like
no, but if he's out,
you don't know how long Alisson will be out. So what?
yeah. If I know he's definitely out after Christmas because I'm wildcarding, right?
Yeah.
If I know he's really out, but you never know, so right? He might come back earlier. Okay. I'll sell Turner. Okay. Next team.
My team 4-4-2 set up this week. Ariola in goal. My 4 defenders are Gabriel, Cash, Trippier, Tsimikas. My midfield is Martinelli, Bowen, Saka, and Son. So Bowen will be going for Gordon, and Son will be going for Salah. Right, and then up front I have Watkins, and I have my captain Haaland. Right, so currently I have Palmer on the bench, but I'm still undecided on who I can play instead of how I can play Palmer in my team next week. Because it
I
seems
don't
like
think you can.
It's just tough. Gordon, maybe. Like I bring Gordon in and put him on the bench.
No. Gordon hasn't
Against
blank
Man
at
U
home, bro. Hasn't blank at home this season.
There's also
You have to
Trippier,
play
but
Gordon.
Trippier is a. I mean, you never know what you get from him. He can get easily, like, if he keeps a
I'll
clean
bench
sheet
Cash. I think I'll bench Cash, bro.
against Bournemouth away.
Yeah. Bournemouth is actually quite good now. They last 2 games,
For
right?
Palmer, though.
Last 2 games, right? No, Bournemouth, I tell you some stats. Last 2 games, they have 4+ XG. So they're actually quite good. And they're at home, right? And they are decent at home. So I think I'll bench Cash for Palmer. I think Brighton is so depleted, right? And you got to play Palmer, man. He's on penalties, bro. I think I just bench Cash. Bench
We'll
Cash,
see.
bro.
Okay.
I
thanks for
put
that
Palmer on the
input.
bench. I put Palmer on the bench.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think
Two
Cash
different
started-
opinions. No.
As in, really, I put Palmer on the bench because I think Cash was playing further up last game. But yeah, So
yeah,
that's,
okay lah. Can.
that's my
Okay.
point.
It's
So
close, it's
my
close.
team,
Anwar?
my team have Ariola in goal in a 3-5-2 setup with Guehi, Kesh, Simikas, Kudus, Son, Buemo, Diaby, Salah in midfield, and Haaland and Watkins up front. Johnston on the bench, Archer, Kabore, Al-Dakhil. So contrary to Luqman,
Oh,
I'm pretty
champion
happy with
bench,
my I'm
Wait,
pretty happy with
okay.
my goalkeeper option. So like it's quite a nice
Really?
consideration to decide Ariola or Johnston. Who gets the 3 point, who gets the 1. Yeah,
Okay, good one,
but
bro. Oh,
but
good one.
yeah, initially I
Wait, how
wanted
many
to
free transfers?
bring. I got one
How
free
many free
transfer.
transfers?
Yeah, I got one
Okay.
free transfer, and I think I have some money in the bank. I have 1 million in the bank. So yeah, I probably roll the transfer this week. I'm just crossing my fingers. I don't have any fires to fight this week. Initially, I wanted to bring cash out for someone in like Lascelles or someone else, but I think I mean after your input on game week 18 blank and the need for some better backup in midfield, I probably roll on my bench. I probably roll this week transfer so I have a bit more room to move the week after. Yeah.
Bro, Al-Dahil is not even playing, is it? Is he even playing? No.
I don't know whether injured or what.
I don't know, man.
He's not injured, bro. He's no flag.
No flag. I don't know. It's been 0 points.
It's like Mike Threshold.
But if you have like super free transfer, you got no fires to fight at all. Al Dahil to Baldock, bro.
No,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, I mean,
Baldock, bro.
on
Baldock.
the bench, Baldock.
What's wrong with Baldock?
You look at his stats,
two
bro.
assists,
You guys look at his stats. It's quite decent.
I look at his team, bro. Look at his team. Anyway, yeah, roll the transfer.
Again,
No, I'll
again,
roll the transfer.
Yeah, I know the transfer. I mean, yeah, talking about
Yeah.
West for Dringham. I didn't have time. I didn't have opportunity to say that, but maybe on Baldock. West for Dringham. What was that? I mean, like, we thought Ramsdale
Okay.
messed up. We thought Ellison messed up. But West for Dringham took the bag, man, and ran with it.
Okay, let's wrap up.
Yeah.
Let's wrap up. What's next, Mini League, is it?
Yeah, really like.
Yeah, sorry.
Quick one.
Okay, quick one. So in third place we have Mark. We have Derek. He's new in the podium with the team name Derek Fantasy. We have second place Gary Au with the Tay Sui Tai. He's the one who asked one of the questions. And first place, retaining his first place is Lemon Crack with the team Sunshiny Days. He got a whopping 63 points. How did he get 63 points? So his team has Ariola, Trippier, Saliba, Mitchell, Huang Yi Chan, who is on penalties apparently, not Cunha, Saka, Captain Salah, Gordon, Palmer, Watkins, and Haaland. He actually bought Huang Yi Chan. He sold Mitoma for Huang Yi Chan. Is he Japanese or what? Why he needs a Japanese in his...
No. Wang Chan's Korean, bro.
Oh, it's Korean. Sorry.
Come on, man.
Stop yellow washing these players.
My apologies. So anyway, he's first in Singapore. Overall 158. So we
What
are
a
number
champ,
one in
bro.
Singapore at the moment.
What a champ.
Yeah, all the best, bro. I think you have no Mbemo, right? So are you buying in Mbemo? I don't see how you can get him though. You could easily gotten him instead of Huang Hee-chan, but he's number one. I don't know what to say. Can't say much.
There's a method to his madness.
There's always.
Alvarez on the bench. Interesting.
Okay,
let's wrap up.
just to remind you guys, we give out the Premier League jersey of choice to the season winner of our league. You may find our league code at the Telegram channel where we administer our league and interact with the community.
Yep, we appreciate all your support. I'm actually meeting up with Luqman to discuss how we can move forward in this podcast. What are some of the new things that we want to bring into the podcast apart from everything on what we're doing on the podcast and on IG and all that. So if you're listening to this and you have any interesting ideas, any interesting suggestions, feel free to let us know in the Telegram chat or drop us a DM if you're too shy to speak in public. And we appreciate all your feedback and your suggestions. Yeah, correct.
And the
You
question,
can find FPL Kopi Talks on IG, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and X. Links embedded in the description below.
Okay, so it's going to be a hectic December. We are scheduled to pod, guys, 6 times in December. 6 times. So I don't know if all of us can make it because we have plans, but hopefully there will be a pod out. Hopefully, like at least six pods. So there's a lot of deadlines also. So yeah, gear up and strap up and get ready for December because January will be a lull January. There's only 2 deadlines in January as well. So yeah, I think December and
Should we-
then will be hectic.
We
then
are lining up a kind of a special
Special
episode
pod,
in January. But
You
more
understand
details
now?
on that later lah. More details on that later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 100.
Yeah.
Anyway, we will be
Stay
back next
tuned,
week
yeah.
to review game week 14. So it's 14 already. So any questions, just hit us on our socials. Thank you. I've enjoyed this. I'm happy to be back. Thank you, ABK.
Yeah, a long pod this one because we haven't pod for a week. But just bear with us. Yeah, but thanks guys.
Yeah. Thank you, Anwar.
Thank you guys. Love you guys for listening to us and supporting us all this way.
And thank you for listening all this while. We are FPL Kopi Talks signing out.
You're listening to FPL Kopi Talks. Right here. Right now.